Okay, so I just want to restate what my partner had said. One, Marina was talking about how marriage is immoral. 2, divorce. And 3, tradition. I just want to back up her claims by saying 1, immoral marriage. From a quote saying that gay marriage can potentially lead to a slippery slope ending with giving people polygamy and incestual and bestial and other non-traditional relationships the right to marry. They had rebuttals saying that if we allow this, then we're not actually saying, we're allowing polygamy and everything, incest, and they can marry objects and such like that. No, we are saying that if you let the gay marriage, if you allow gay marriage, this will open up several doors for other people to fight. Oh, it's their right to get whatever they want. If this was allowed, if gay marriage was allowed, other people would fight and they would say, oh, because it's our right. We have equal rights, so why can't we get what we want? A second quote from Joe Missouri from Balance Politics. Gay right activists claim that these marriages should be allowed because it doesn't hurt anyone. But it could start a chain reaction that destroys the whole idea of marriage. If someone wants to marry his sister, why shouldn't he be able to? If someone wants to marry their parent, what if someone wants to marry whatever? This allows a door for several doors to open if they open one. The second, to back up my partner as well, divorce. A recent study by the Office of National Statistics in the United Kingdom found that the rate of gay divorce is increasing. According to the Telegraph, the number of gay couples entering their domestic unions or civil partnerships, they are referred to in Britain, was also increasing. The rise in gay divorce was sharp, as 44% more gay couple divorced in 2010 than in 2009. If they're saying that, what our opponents have said that tradition is already flawed, well, they're going to screw up the system more. It's going to be more flawed, and you're going to have our whole system, our whole society will be corrupt. And you're going to have divorce is going to be up, no one's going to be married, they're just going to say these are our partners. There would be no tradition, and there would be no free society. Also, to back up this claim, is many gay couples who marry shortly after same-sex marriage was legalized in their country waited years for their chance. Such couples might be thought to have higher than usual level of commitment and stability. Yet gays and lesbian couples are divorcing just months after they are married, or less. Also, children without mothers are deprived of the emotional security and unique advice that the mothers provide. In April 2011, a study published in American Sociological Review suggested that the children with lesbian or gay parents are likely to engage in homosexual behavior. In the 1997 book, Growing Up in a Lesbian Family, Effects on Child Development, Fania Tasker, PhD, and Susan Goldberg, PhD, observed that 25% of sampled young adults raised by lesbian mothers have engaged in homoerotic relationship compared to 0% of sampled young adults raised by heterosexual mothers. The second thing, tradition. Tradition is a very big thing in our society. That's how we have parents or mothers and fathers. In Baker versus Nelson, the definition of marriage. In October 15, 1971 decision Baker versus Nelson, the Supreme Court of Minnesota found that the institution of marriage is a union of man and woman uniquely involving the procreation and the rearing of children within a family as old as the book of Genesis. What they're saying is that they want us to change what we've already been living by since the day we were born, since our ancestors are here. Why do they choose to want to change the way that we live life now? Also, a statement from a church on Proposition 8. In August 4, 2010, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints released a statement saying marriage between a man and a woman is a bedrock of society. If this is our backbone, if they want to legalize gay marriage, then we won't have a backbone anymore. How will our society be able to survive? Now, my opponent says that they aren't faking tradition, but tradition is used and is respected. For religious services, military honor guards, and national holidays and weddings, to the arguably less important opening day pitch, summer camps, songs, and football rivalries. This shows that our society is filled with tradition. Why are we changing that? If they want to change our society and change marriage to everyone, then Christmas, that's our tradition. Why not change that too? Why not change the day of when Christmas is? Traditions as wisdom. They have argued that traditions like opposite-sex marriage are important because they represent, for example, time-tested wisdom and cultural identity, or because altering them may result in unintended consequences that may be irreversible. My opponent also brought up infertile couples. In a paper published by the Harvard Journal of Law and Public Policy, Sheriff Grist wrote, "This is not to say that marriages of infertile couples are not true marriages. Consider this analogy. A baseball team has its characteristic structure largely because of its orientation to winning games. It involves developing and sharing one's athletic skills in the way best suited for honorably winning, among other things, with practice and good sportsmanship. But such development and sharing are possible and inherently invaluable for teammates even though they lose their games." My opponent has said that if they don't need, if infertile couples, if a woman cannot produce a child, then they shouldn't even get married, right? So here, children learn about expectations and gender roles from society. It's difficult to teach their importance and traditions of family with such confusion and trust upon them. Only a man and woman can bear children, and for thousands of years, a man and woman-headed household has carried generations of people through life. If they're infertile, if they can't have a child, then they can go adopt. Then a mother and father can successfully bring up a daughter or a son. But if they're saying that, if a mother can't have a child, then they shouldn't be able to marry too. That's not right. That's totally taking things out of proportion.